Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswami Niti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshva Abhadareshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naistiki Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Jai Shri Lord Nitya, Jai Shri Lord Narasimhadeva Central Appearance Day Mahotsav ki jai, Jai Shri Gurudev Central Sannyas Acceptance Day ki jai, Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone. Please turn on your cameras. Thank you. Okay, so everybody's turn on the cameras. It's a very good habit to turn it on. When we are doing our physical program, all of us are there on time. So there's no question of camera turning it on and off. We should not become lazy like this, you know. Okay, Hare Krishna. So hope everybody is happy today with Lord Narasimhadeva Appearance Day. Yeah. All of you are from India. Are you happy or sad that the war is closed now, finished? Huh? Excitement is all gone. Yeah. Anyway, Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. So today is also, it's a very important day for all of us. It's a day of Srila Gurudev accepting sannyas. As Maharaj would say this, that Maharaj's plate was full. You know, there was no question of somebody being frustrated and out of frustration leaving the family and friends and taking sannyas. That is not how Maharaj accepted sannyas. Maharaj accepted sannyas when Maharaj's plate was full. Even today, Maharaj's so many family members I'm in touch with them, you know, online and all. So they are very well settled. Maharaj would tell me that everyone is very well settled, and um, when they're settled, when Maharaj said it was okay, that's when Maharaj accepted sannyas at above the age of 60 plus, you know. So in true Vedic sense, Maharaj went through the Grahastha life and that of sannyas life. In between, Maharaj had Vanaprastha life also. So um, there are devotees who are with Maharaj before Maharaj accepted sannyas, so they know a bit more about Maharaj. And I remember Srila Gurudev's family members telling us that Maharaj would be constantly reciting Bhagavad Gita and make the families recite Bhagavad Gita also, shlokas, all that. So not to think that Maharaj became Krishna conscious after coming into Srila Prabhupada. Of course, after Prabhupada, whole revolution took place with Maharaj. But Maharaj was Krishna conscious before that too. And devotees of Krishna are always very, very well protected. There's complete protection by Krishna. And Lord Narasimhadeva appearance day is the appearance day for this protection that Krishna has assured his devotees. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 31, when Krishna says, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shasyachantim nigachati kaunteya pratijanihi nime bhaktah pranashyati. Very famous. Kaunteya pratijani nime bhaktah pranashyati. He quickly becomes very righteous. When Krishna is answering the question for Arjuna, question raised by Arjuna, that what happens for those devotees, those people who are on their path of devotion service, but if they fall down or they are not able to continue for any reason, what happens? He says, yes, if they continue with the bhakti, then they quickly become righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So with this particular assurance, Lord Nrsingadev gives assurance to all the devotees that the devotees never perish. Yeah. So this is an assurance to all of us on this. Okay, wonderful. So for today's program, we have short, we have very we have selected a very nice class by Srila Prabhupada. It's a short 20, 24, 21-minute class. After that, there's a kirtan of Prabhupada. And then we will have devotees sharing their realizations about their receiving Lord Nrsingadeva's mercy. Yes, philosophy you can give, that's okay. That's very good, must. This is how we want everybody to be involved. That is my whole idea. Because normally you have only the leaders giving their realization about the scripts. So we want all of us to share this with them. It'll be very nice. Lord Nrsingadeva appears at dusk time, which is just about 2 hours, little less than 2 hours from now, in New Zealand. In India, dusk time would be a bit later on. Okay. Hare Krishna. So we're waiting for Krishna. Whenever he is ready, we can start the lecture. So the time that he's going to preparing. How long, Krishna?
Krishna, about 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. All right. So the difficulties that we're facing by living beings or friends who are devotees from India, with India and Pakistan and tense relations, are those settled now? Or not yet? I heard they broken the ceasefire, but it is now settled now. After that, okay. Just still is broken still. I think it was okay now. It's still silent now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Avaji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. I think the ceasefire is broken. Like they have not attacked anything, but the drones are spotted. Like my family is there on the border side, so they said there is still blackout and curfew.
Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Hope everybody is safe. That's what we can do. And when in the times of crisis or times of happiness, devotees glorify Krishna. That's what they do. They were doing. Even when with our remembrance and thankful of Krishna, it is glorification of Krishna. Is it not so? That how Krishna protects. We are glorifying. That's what we do. We chant, we glorify. That's what devotees do. Otherwise, what will you do? Non-devotees, they sit and gossip. Yes, we also get information here, there. We find out information. We are quite up to date about things. But ultimately, we glorify Krishna. That's what we are doing now here. Yeah. And first glorification will be by Srila Prabhupada. Then all of us will be glorifying. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Always remember this. Kaunteya prati jani. Name bhakta pranashati. Say, declare it boldly. Yeah. Kaunteya means, O son of Kunti, prati janihi. Justly declare, boldly declare. No, no, me. No means never. Me means my. My. Bhakta, devotee, pranashati, perishes. Never perishes. Yeah. So that's how devotees think, in their life, except all the predicaments. Okay, Krishnadas, when you're ready, please, you can start the lecture. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Is a lecture on the appearance day of Lord Nrsimhadev, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on May 5th, 1974, in Bombay, India.
Today is the appearance day of Lord Nrsimhadev. It is called Nrsimha Chaturdashi. So, I am so pleased that within such a short time these boys have nicely learned how to play, and especially I have to thank Mr. Hiranyakashipu. Mr. Hiranyakashipu has played his part very nicely. So, this is very instructive. A struggle between the atheist and the theist. This story of Prahlad Maharaj is eternally true. There is always a struggle between the atheist and the theist. If a person becomes God conscious, Krishna conscious, so he will find many enemies, because the world is full of demons. What to speak of the devotee of Krishna? Even Krishna, when he personally came, he had to kill so many demons. There was his maternal uncle, his mother's brother, very closely related. Still, he wanted to kill Krishna. As soon as any son was born to Devaki, immediately he killed, because he did not know who will be Krishna. The prediction was that the 8th child of his sister will kill Kamsa. So he began to kill all the children. At last Krishna came, but he could not kill Krishna. He was killed by Krishna. So, nobody can kill God. The demons, godless society, they simply want to kill God. But actually, God is never killed, but the demon is killed by God. That is the law of nature. This is the instruction from Prahlad Maharaj's life. We can understand that as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu sarva harascha aham. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said that I am also death in the shape of taking away everything, whatever you possess. We are very much proud of possessing material things, material acquisitions. But when Krishna comes, just like Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj saw, Hiranyakashipu, his father also saw, Narasimhadeva. This Hiranyakashipu was very clever. As the materialists, scientists are very clever. Cleverly they are inventing so many things. What is the idea? The idea is we shall live forever and enjoy a sense gratification more and more. This is called atheistic advancement of civilization. The Hiranyakashipu was typical materialist. Hiranya means gold, and Kasipu means soft bed, cushion. The materialist person, they are very much fond of gold and enjoying sex. That is their business. Hiranyakasipu is the typical example of this materialistic person, and Prahlad Maharaj, Prakishtarupena Allada. Allada means transcendental bliss. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitani. Living entities, real identification is Prahlada, blissfulness. But on account of material association, we are in miserable condition of life. So, stop these children. So this Hiranyakasipu wanted to become immortal, and he underwent penances, severe penances, so much so the whole universe became trembled. So that Brahma, Lord Brahma had to come to pacify him. What do you want? So he wanted to become immortal. Lord Brahma said that although I have got very long duration of life, the duration of life of Brahmaji is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Sahasra Juga Pajyantam Arhajat Brahmano Vidu. Sahasra Juga, one group of Juga, Satya, Treta, Dapur, Kali, it becomes about 43 lakhs of years. And multiply this 43 lakhs of years by 1,000, that duration of time is Brahma's 12 hours, one day. Sahasra Juga Pajyantam Arhajat Brahmano Vidu. So that Brahma, who lives for millions and trillions of years, still he has to die. Janma Mittu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshana Darsana. Wherever you go within this material world, either in the Brahma Loka or in the Patal Loka, you have to die. That is the problem. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, real problem is Janma Mittu Jara Vyadhi, birth, death, old age and disease. Just try to. So Hiranyakasipu wanted to solve this in a materialistic way. But that is not possible. So in a negative way, he wanted that I shall not die on the land, I shall not die in the air, I shall not die in the water, I shall not be killed by any man-made weapon. In so many ways, negatively he thought that he has become immortal. But Krishna is so intelligent that keeping all the words or the blessings given by Lord Brahma to Hiranyakashipu, he killed him. Just like Hiranyakashipu wanted that he would not be killed either at day or in night. So Hiranyakashipu was killed neither at day and neither in night, but just in the beginning of evening, which is neither day nor night. Then he wanted that he shall not be killed in the air, in the water, or in the land. So Hiranyakashipu was killed on the lap of the Lord. So he wanted that he would not be killed by any weapons made by man. So Lord killed him with his nails. Yes. Tava kara kamala bari nakham adbhuta singham dalita hiranyakashipu tanu bhringam kesavadhita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha Hare. So we cannot cheat God. That is not possible. However scientifically we may be advanced, God is always more intelligent than ourselves. We should always remember. So that is the difference between demon and devotee. Devotee knows that God is great. I am His eternal servant. So he remains a humble servant of Krishna. Therefore he has no danger. Even if he has danger, he will be saved. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Konte apratijanihi name bhakta pranasati. Konteha pratijanihi, Arjuna, you can declare it all over the world, that anyone who has taken shelter at my lotus feet, become devotee, he will never be vanquished. Aham tva sarva pape bhamokvayasami masu. So these are the assurances. But the atheist class of men like Hiranyakashipu cannot understand this. That is the defect. They challenge always God. The dissension between the father and the son was that the son was believer in God, Krishna, and the father was not. So, at the end, the father saw what is God in the form of death. At that time he could not save him. So that is the difference between theist and atheist. The atheist always challenges, where is God? Can you show me? Well, you will see. Not now, but at the maturation of your all sinful activities. When death will come, you will see. This is going on. It is a very instructive lesson. Prahlad Maharaj, now it is getting late, otherwise I would have recited some of the verses recited by Sri Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is one of our gurus. There are 12 gurus or Mahajan. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapila Mano Prahlada Janaka Bhishma Bali Vaiyasaki Vayam. Actually, if we want to make progress in spiritual life, we have to follow the Mahajans, the great personalities. They are mentioned in the Shastras. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu. Shambhu means Brahma. Lord Brahma is Swayambhu. Without father and mother, he became manifest. Therefore his name is Swayambhu. Of course his father is Narayana, but not in the usual way. Therefore his name is Swayambhu Narada. Narada Muni is also one of the Mahajans. And Shambhu, Lord Shiva, Kapilidev, the son of Devotees. Shambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Kapila, Mano, and Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is our Guru in the disciplic succession. So, Mahajana Jina Gata Sapantha. dharmasya tattang nihitang guhaya mahajana jena gatasya pantha. We cannot chalk out what is the path of religion. It is very difficult to find out because there are many defined scriptures and there are many philosophers. Nasu munijya samatang na bhinnam. Each philosopher has got different opinion. So how to get real path of religious way? That is recommended in the Shastra, that Mahajana Jena Gatasya Pantha. You have to follow the footsteps of great personalities, and Prahlad Maharaj is one of them. So, Prahlad Maharaj was born in a demon's family. His father was a demon. Prahlad Maharaj used to address his father as Asura Varja, the best of the demons. You have seen, he was patting his son, my dear son, do like this, do like that, tell me what you have learned, the best thing. Prahlad Maharaj said, Tat sadhu manne asura varja dehina. The demon never said, my dear father, my dear, the best of the demons. Tat sadhu manne, I think that is very nice. What is that? Hityatma ghatam grihanda kupam vanangato jad hrimasreta. That this worldly life, materialistic life, is self-killing just like a dark well. So one should give it up and go to the forest and take shelter of Krishna. That is the best way of life. So his father became very angry. So the atheist and the theist, they will never agree. But theist also never will submit to the atheist. This is the principle. Prahlad Maharaj was put into so many troubles by his father, but he never forgot chanting Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah. He never forgot. So we should take lessons from this story that even in dangerous position, we should not be forgetful of Krishna. Krishna will save us. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Janglabdha chaparanglavang mannate nadhikang tataha jasmin sthite gurunapi dukkhena na vichalati. Krishna consciousness is so nice that if one gets Krishna consciousness, janglabdha, chaparanglavang, aparanglavang, any other benefit or gain is never considered. This is so nice. We are hankering after getting this, that, so many things. They. But as soon as you get Krishna consciousness, you will be satisfied. As Dhruva Maharaj said, Shamin kritatosmi barangana jaj. Just like Prahlad Maharaj. He was offered all benediction, my dear Prahlad. Whatever you like, you can ask. He never asked anything. But he was so kind. That is the example of a Vaishnava's son in the family. Despite so much troubles given by his father, still he begged from Narasimhadeva, my Lord, my father has committed so many offences, kindly give him liberation. He did not ask anything for himself. So, Narasimhadeva immediately said, why do you speak of your father? Your father's father, his father, 14 generations all liberated. Because a son like you is in this family. So, this is the benefit. If a son becomes a pure Vaishnava, devotee, he can deliver 14 generations. That is a special prerogative. Because he is born in a certain family. So, what we can give service to the family, nation, materially. If we become devotee, we can give best service to the nation, to the family, to the humanity. That is the philosophy. So, our Krishna consciousness movement is preaching this philosophy that you take to Krishna consciousness, your life will be perfect. And the method is very simple. It can be, there is no secrecy. Just this evening I was talking with a boy. He has got a mantra, very secret. But we say we have no secret mantra. Our mantra, Hare Krishna, is open to everyone. Why it should be secret? If by chanting Hare Krishna mantra we can approach God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why it should remain secret? It should be distributed like anything so that everyone can go. So there is no secrecy. Secret mantra we don't approve. It must be very open. There is no secret. The Shastra never said the mantra can be secret. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam kalau nasti va nasti va nasti va gadaganda. In this age of Kali, Kali means the age of quarrel, age of misunderstanding, age of disagreement. So in this age, it is very difficult to come to the right conclusion by philosophy and other methods. Therefore, in this Shastra, it has been openly declared, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam kalau nasti va nasti va nasti va gatirannatha. Three times mean Jagadana Tapakriya. There are many other things. Meditation, sacrifices, worship in the temple. So, in this age, all these things are impossible to be performed. But even a child can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is proved here. Whenever there is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, even the child can take part, old man can take part. So this is the only method for God realization. There is no expenditure, but the gain is very, very great. That was the teaching of Sri Prahlad Maharaj, and we are following his footsteps. Let us stick to his principle, Mahajana Jena Gatasya Pantha, and thus become more and more advanced in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय परमंश परिव्राजगाचार्य सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी भगवान की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय नवदीप धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय देव द्वारका धाम की जय स्वामी तो भक्तविंद की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू जय थैंक यू वेरी मच
Hare Krishna. Okay, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. How wonderful, with the kirtans and all, beautiful. So, Lord Nrsimhadev is one I've realized over the years, when I see devotees, meet devotees, even in my personal life too. The Lord Nrsimhadev is one incarnation of Krishna, who, although very, very ferocious incarnation, is somehow very dear to devotees. Devotees feel very attached to Lord Nrsimhadev. Yeah. And today we are assembled here, devotees who are from the beginners, intermediate, and leaders Sangha. So I thought we must have a discussion where if there is devotees who like to share their personal realizations about how they feel that their affinity towards Lord Nrsimhadev, where they personally felt it. So that's what we want to hear. Yes. Who would like to start, please? Because we discussed how Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita shows Kaunteya Pratijanihi Nama Bhakta Pranashati, that he requested his devotee only, Arjuna, to declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. He made the devotee give this promise on his behalf because he is completely independent. Krishna is God. He cannot be bound by anything. Nobody can say that Krishna, but you said this, you did not do it. He's completely independent, But when he makes his devotee give promise on his behalf, then he is bound by this. That is the reason why this 931, Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 31 is very important verse. It's a very big assurance for devotees. Yeah. Yes. So who would like to speak, please? Their personal realization. Hare Krishna. The floor is yours. Maybe you all, those who are from India, would have seen some frightening prospects and would have prayed to Krishna All Lord Nashikari, you may like to share that, very, very near situation. Very well. Yes, please.
Can I go first?
Yes, please, don't ask. Just come. Please continue.
Hare Krishna, already. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Amrit Suji. Thank you, Grace Purna Varna Mataji and Krishna Sankar Krishna Varna for telling us and giving me a platform to share the realizations here. I was preparing for the realizations actually, and this was the first point that I wanted to share. Everyone, like Suji mentioned now. So some of my family lives in Jaisalmer, which is at the border with Pakistan. So the situation is very escalating there from past few days, and I've been talking with them daily. My brother had a son last week. He's just a week old.
Oh, congratulations, Hare Krishna. So you become an uncle now.
Yes,
Oh, a big responsibility. Very good, very good. Yes, please. Is the child all right?
yes, Rohit. Actually, her
Is the
mother,
mother all right?
yeah, her mother was chanting 16 rounds. We have family discussions every Friday night where we come together and chant and read some books of Prabhupada. So I asked her to chant, and my mother was telling me when she was in operation theater, like doctor was coming and he was asking, "What are you saying?" So she just said, "You do your work. I am chanting Krishna." So she was chanting there at the hospital also. So actually, what happened is that we have a home at the fort, the Jaisalmer fort. We have our home at the on the fort, like it is a residential fort. So we have home there, and because we just had a baby, my brother just had a baby, so he had to buy a home near a hospital outside the fort because it is very difficult to travel from the fort to hospital if some emergency happens. So he had rented one home there. And this situation happened, so everything was shut down. You cannot travel anywhere. Curfew is there, blackout is there. Like even the meters that you have on our home, we have to cover the meters also. That not even such point of light should be there. Complete blackout should be there, and the sirens are ringing and everything is happening. And they sent me the video. Their missiles are coming. They are watching those missiles come, and the defense system is counteracting it, and everything is happening there. So we were actually having the program, the session on the Friday. This Friday we had. So my sister joined. So my brother and his wife could not join because there was no network there. But my sister joined. She was on the fort on the other home. So she was telling me that it is so difficult for us, and they are constantly chanting. I have sent them Narasimha Aarti also that you keep playing this, you recite this, you do the chanting. So actually, it is Krishna's name that is only protecting, and Lord Narasimhadev, I have personally felt this. And I shared this with Avinash also. He told me about the Adi Atmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik thing. And my realization was that for Adi Atmik, we have a little control. Like I can control my health, I can eat healthy, I can do this. But for the war, I have no control. And it's not even my fault that war is happening. But still, I have to suffer it. So I was sharing this with my family also. So they are very happy. I think the situation is pretty safe now. But the curfew and everything is still going on. I don't know how long, but they are safe there, and everyone is feeling happy. They were confident that Krishna's name is protecting them. At least they are chanting all the time. So that was what I wanted to share with everyone. And uh, in the lecture, just we heard about Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada saying that Mr. Hiranyakashipu played his part very well. And he was very intelligent. He asked all the benedictions. I was listening to the Lord Narasimhadev class from our 2 years back. I was listening that class. So all the benedictions, I should not be killed in that time. I should not be killed in this by these weapons, by man or woman, or by anyone. So my realization was we are trying to trick Krishna. We are trying somehow to trick Krishna. But Prahlad Maharaj was so innocent. He was not trying to trick Krishna. He was just praying to Krishna. So in the end, demon was killed and Prahlad Maharaj was saved. So however we try to trick Krishna by adjusting things, by bringing this missile, that system, this system. At the last, Krishna is only protecting, not the things that we create are protecting us. But we do not understand. And there were many instances where actually Krishna had saved us and Narasimhadeva had saved us. Like for example, in the Nagpur riots also 2 months ago, we were very safe. Like not even a scratch happened to us. But so many things had happened right in front of our home, but we were completely safe. It was only the holy name that was protecting us. And I think every time I think something like this happens, right, how vulnerable our body is. Like even a small mosquito can do so much to our body. This is how vulnerable we are. So it is only Krishna and his name. And uh, I always like pray to Maharaj whenever this kind of situation happens. And they are the only thing that are protecting me and my family. So I'm just grateful to everyone and all the devotees and Avinash Sahuji and Saraswati Mataji also. I'm constantly in touch with them. Anything happens, I text them message. Even at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. at night, I feel very scared or anything happens to me, I just text them. And they all respond to me and guide me. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. This was my
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Wonderful. So this is the reason why Krishna consciousness is very important, This is the reason why. To give this message, imagine this. If you were not exposed to Krishna consciousness, you would not have known these things. And then what you would have done, feeling scared, that's what you would have done. Or try to do yourself. What would you do? This is the reason why. Because he's a creator of everybody. And he knows what is best for everybody, he knows. But he said, I'm equal to everybody. But to a friend is in me and I'm in him. He's equal to everybody. It's not that somebody is his enemy, nothing. Yeah? So that's wonderful. It's very nice. Very nice. Because even when here Prabhupada talking about drama which devotees had enacted, So in that the Hiranyakashipu actor was done very well. Even in Auckland, I was Hiranyakashipu many times, So in our dramas, our Hiranyakashipu was the best. I was Ravana too in Ramayana. They all remember me more than Ram. It's very natural for me, to be a demon. Perfectly all right, Very nice. We are very happy that the family is settled. Now, is your wife's your brother's wife? Is she okay? Her health is okay?
yes, Prabhuji, she is okay. Baby is fine too.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All the best. Please convey our best wishes for them. Yeah. It's a very happy occasion. You take care of the child very nicely. Become the best uncle. Love him very much, and give him the gift of Krishna. That's what you can do with your love. Yeah, that's how it is. All the best. Hare Krishna. Yes. You see, when as devotees are thinking, warming up, so how to fill in between, So I'm doing that. So even when Prahlad Maharaj after Prahlad Maharaj was saved, just a 5-year-old child from the wrath of his father, such a big demon. Big demon. He was controlling not only earth, he controlled all the planetary systems, all the three. In fact, he actually seeing him and his prowess, all the demigods, they left their kingdoms also. Just imagine how powerful this personality would have been. And he went and lived in Indra's palace. Just imagine. He went and lived in Indra's palace. So, before he became this big, powerful personality, Hiranyakashipu, when he was doing austerity, when he had left home and he was doing austerity, meditating upon Lord Brahma, all the demigods were already scared of him. He said, well, what is going on? He's Aziz is so powerful, now he's becoming more powerful. So they thought his wife is having a child. So they wanted to kidnap the wife while he was meditating. I don't think the demigods are always very good. So they also are very planning like this. It's a war. So they wanted to kidnap the wife and kill the child in the womb. So it's a personal attack on Hiranyakashipu. While he was out meditating, he became so thin, he would not eat, not sleep, not drink water. Here, one day we don't drink water, we are going to die. So he did not eat, did not sleep, and he became so thin that there was nothing left in the body. It was skeleton left in the body. Even that was visible skeleton. And the spirit soul would move around with the skeleton inside. That was his position. Yeah, he was still alive. Time had not come for dying, but in that position he was. So he was there. Yeah, how can he protect his wife? He was not thinking about his wife at that time. See, he was also very focused. And if you listen to his instructions, Hiranyakashipu's instructions to his family, the Pakka Krishna conscious instructions. In fact, we can give a big class on that, with nice verses and all that he says. So he was saying like this, and his wife was kidnapped by the demigods. So at that time, the wife was under the protection of Narad Muni. Narad Muni understood that in the womb of this is woman, is a great devotee of Krishna. So she wanted to protect her. He said, no, he took them away. He said, no, hold on, please. And he took her to his own ashram. He took care of them. He said, don't worry, you are my daughter. And he gave all the Bhagavatam discourse to her, but in the womb. So Prahlad Maharaj would hear. So Prahlad Maharaj became such great personality, even before his birth. At that time, she had requested Narad Muni, you please promise me that my son will be protected. Whatever happens to me, it's fine. Promise me. So that is the reason why Narad Muni said to her, don't worry, I promise, your child will be protected. So Krishna protects everybody, everything. But when he has to come personally to protect, that is only and only to honor the devotee's word of promise. Otherwise, he has got so many energies to protect himself, work for him. When he comes himself, when he came in a ferocious form, the Hiranyakashipu form, the form of Lord Narasimhadeva to kill Hiranyakashipu was a very unknown form at that time. And everybody was scared, even without him coming. As we have discussed in the past, just the sound of the roar when it came before roar began, that itself was enough for people to get frightened. And Hiranyakashipu also get frightened and die. Yeah. Yes, please. Who would like to share the realization? Please.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Panpage Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu for organizing this very nice program on the occasion of the appearance day of Lord Narasimhadeva. So, and actually, this is very special program because this is a devotees are sharing their personal realizations. So, we're not just sharing the philosophy, but actually our personal experiences that we have experience in our lives. So thank you, Pradyumna Prabhu, for sharing your realization. And yes, actually, we are not in India at the moment, so I can understand actually, especially people who are living, in the border areas, it's kind of a nightmare. So yes, actually, we are also actually praying to Lord, to keep all the Indians safe. That's what we're praying. But yeah, I'm pretty sure actually, Krishna will protect, everyone. Uh, so actually, I would like to start my actually realization with the actually prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Namasate Jasate Jasavir Avirbhava Vajnakha Vajdamshta Karma Shayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Om Swaha Abhyam Abhyam Atmani Bhuishta Om Sham Om Sham Om Sham. So, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai is the translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Narasimhadev, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possess nails and teeth like a thunderbolt, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and dry away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So, I was actually meditating actually on this verse as well, and as His Grace Amrish Prabhu asked us to share the personal realization, what we have actually personally experienced. So there are many realizations, even actually on small occasions, that I have experienced, and it's been for like many years. There is always a realization, as Amrish Prabhu said, devotee's life should be, every moment should be a realization. So actually, if you think like that, so we can actually realize, Krishna. So as all the devotees, they always actually, especially, who's following this actually path of bhakti yoga, so it's very natural for them to actually pray to Lord Narasimhadev when they are in great difficulty, or going through the tough times. They are chanting, they are actually singing Lord Narasimhadev prayers all the time, and I do the same. And actually, everyone actually in our families also actually they do the same, So one of the actually realization actually from the past actually I can recall that first that I think I had actually personal accident myself, actually once I blacked out and actually fell from a stairs, So that was a long time ago now. Actually, sounds very long time, but uh, uh, it was actually very unexpected. Actually, I never thought that I would actually black out. All of a sudden, but it did happen actually, and actually I fell down the stairs actually, and my daughter was actually on my back at the time, and actually I fell. I didn't remember anything actually for a couple of maybe a few seconds. I don't know how long I was lying on the ground, but when I actually came back to my consciousness, so it was very frightening, because first of all it was very dark, so I do not know where I was. Then I heard my daughter, and then I realized, oh, actually something has happened, so that was actually means unexpected, actually you are not expecting, any danger. You are perfectly normal, and all of a sudden, you actually fell down. So the first realization actually I got later, after a long time, that actually that the death can come like that, When I actually blacked out, I didn't remember Krishna, I didn't remember anything. So that was actually the first realization, is that we think that, oh, actually we are chanting, we will remember Krishna, when we're going to die. But we do not know how the date will approach us, So there is no guarantee, that we will actually remember. Even you are in good health, I was in good health just a second before, but you do not know, what will happen to you. So after actually I was admitted, actually it was very confused state, So I remember now, actually I should pray to, actually I was chanting, but I should actually sing the actually Lord Narasimhadeva prayer, because I didn't actually realize what I should do. So actually I sang, actually, lying there on the hospital bed, actually I was singing, and actually the nurses were actually they're doing the tests and all that. But after I sang, actually, I don't know, actually I calmed down, I think all the confused state slowly, actually, it dissipated. So I was actually kind of think straight, and I felt the confidence that actually Navina should be okay, because I was worried about her and I do not know what happened to her as well. But later, actually, everything went well, I recovered, she recovered. So she was also actually here. She has actually impact on her actually side of the head. So she had a little concussion. So it was actually for few days it was very tense because she was doing the vomiting and all that. But we used to sing, we chant and used to actually pray to Lord Narasimha. So everything actually, become normalized, and nothing happened after that. So, but that was actually a realization I got, actually when you pray to Lord Narasimhadev, that's the protection is always given. And actually when we are in a great difficulty, then when the way you chant and the way you pray is very different than what I can do. Even today is actually festival. I did the actually, with I did the arti, I sang the actually prayer, but that intensity doesn't come until you are in that great difficulty. So that's what I realized, because when I actually chanted that prayer on that hospital bed, it was so intense because even I couldn't able to chant properly, sing properly, but I was fully focused. So that was actually the realization that actually whenever difficult, actually we always remember Krishna. But actually, thanks to Ambrish Prabhu and all the devotees who trained us. Otherwise, actually, we would not be remembering Krishna, because we have to be taught. So I was thinking that actually when we are in difficulty, actually we have always, we always remember Krishna. We always have someone to pray, So that is actually a great thing, because people who do not believe in God or existence of a God, I was wondering what they would do when they are actually put into greatest difficulty, they are always confused, they are always fearful. But at least we rely on Krishna, at least we can actually pray even if we can't do anything. So that's why actually, there is always an attachment to Lord Narasimhadev. Even actually when the small things, day to day, driving, there are a lot of near miss. The first thing you remember after that, actually, thank you, actually, Lord Narasimhadev saved me, that's a very natural. So it actually comes, So there are many, and at the most recent one, actually, when my mother passed away, actually, that was, I didn't realize initially, but later when you actually reflect, so then you actually try to understand how things happened and why they happened. So there are many realizations actually, but one particular thing actually I vividly remember that actually I shared before as well, because when my mother passed away that day, actually it was very not normal, but actually we know that actually she's still in a hospital, but she actually she was recovered to a quite good state. But I remember that particular day. Normally I work around that time, like at 4 p.m. I normally never call India or anyone because it's my working time. But that day I do not know, actually I got a feeling that I should call, and check on her. And I called her that day around 4 o'clock. And when I called her, actually it was my actually sister told me, oh, it's very good that you called, because she's kind of getting very quiet and not responding, so it was final moments, so I got to actually she saw me, I saw her, actually we had that actually. And then call was cut because of commotion and all that. And after that I straight away actually stopped my work and actually prayed to Krishna. And we sang actually, Lord Narasimhadev prayer. Me and Navina was with me, we both sang. And after the prayer, again I called, and after that, she actually, left her body in front of me. So now I actually reflect back that it was actually, we say it's a gut feeling, but Srila Prabhupada said there is no such thing as gut feeling. Actually the Paramatma is actually telling you. So this is a realization what I realized. Otherwise there was no reason for me to call. Nobody called me or anything. But how would you know that actually when to call? So this was the first time something like that happened to me. But Lord Narasimhadeva always protect. Even actually after my mother passed away, actually the day she passed, even Amrish Prabhu and all the devotees chanted for her. All these things, it's only happened because of the actually mercy of the devotees, Guru Maharaj, and everyone. And there is always a mercy of Krishna. So these are actually couple of actually personal experiences I wanted to share. Means there are many actually. I can't share all of them, but just to actually share that everyone actually they realize the mercy of Krishna and Lord Narasimhadev in their actually lives. So thank you, Prabhuji. This is my actually realization on this occasion.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. And she passed away on a very auspicious day too. Very, very auspicious. Very nice. Krishna is very kind, to his devotees.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Jai, all the best. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
So,
dear devotees.
yes, please continue. Yeah, that's fine.
Hare Krishna, dear
Yes,
devotees. Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji. Thank you, Purnamada Devidashi Mataji. Thank you, Krishna Samapan Krishna Das, for arranging this wonderful class for personal realization. And thank you, Prajamna Prabhu, and thank you, Shitra Prabhu, for your nice realization. As Shitra Prabhu said that, I got many realization, but there are few standout which really helped me in my bhakti and my personal life as well. Since I started in Namahata program, I never used to actually chant. Very few hours or maybe couple of rounds I used to chant it. But once I came to know through association of the devotees that you must, if you're having any difficulties, chant or pray Narasimhadev, and then slowly you will get acquainted with the chanting. And it so happened that since I started praying, and even every day, like in the morning and evening, whenever you're driving, I always used to pray Narasimhadev. And indirectly, yes, I do get protection many times, but the fear always comes. But whenever sometimes fear comes due to maybe family difficulties or personal difficulties or work difficulties, I always, when that time comes, then I always chant and pray for Narasimhadev. That's main one thing, really, it happened in, I think, in COVID's time. My mother was actually very sick, and she was 95 plus year old. And I used to, because I couldn't go to India, but I used to call a video call every day. And I used to just tell her about the Krishna story, old stories. And one day, when she told me what happened, I'm like, I really want to leave my body. What your Krishna is doing? I said, yeah, just hold that Krishna's and Radharani's photos. And then she used to keep it with her while sleeping, sitting, and everything. She used to always keep that photos with her. But then she was really desperate to leave her body. And one day, then I spoke to Amrish Prabhu, said, this is the problem. So what should I do? So Amrish Prabhu told me that you just chant continuously, seriously, and also read the Narsimha Kavach continuously. And actually that happened like 2 3 days before, and I used to continuously pray that Narsimha Kavach morning and evening continuously. And when and then I used to tell her and call her. But when she passed away, that was actually early morning in Brahma Muhurta's time. And uh, I was in the work. Actually, that was around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. And I normally I didn't get time, and I don't read such at workplace if it is allowed. or I mean, if it is no one is there. But that day it so happened that I like I took my mobile out and then I started reading that nursing Kavacham. And I just as soon as I completed, I got a call from uh, my family that my mother is passed away, and it just finished, and then immediately she passed away. Also that actually how it was getting effect, because as soon as finished, and when I spoke to my brother, he said she called me first, but I wasn't there. She knew that, and then she called my elder brother and she said, "Give me water." And that was early morning. He said, my brother said, what for you want water? He said, "No, somebody's coming to take me. Just give me the water." And they were shocked. What? Who is coming? So they thought me coming. She said, "No, no, he's not coming. No, 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 he's not coming. I know. Somebody's coming to take me. So give me just water. Hurry up." Like, no, that she was in hurry. My brother gave her water and she just left her body. No, like, any difficulties or like, we think that whenever the person leaves body, there's a lot of pains and happens, but nothing. My brother was eyewitness and he said she just lie down on his lap, my brother's daughter's lap, and she left the body. So that's the power of the nursing coach. I mean, that since then, I think that was in 1920, 2020, sorry. And since then, I'm doing that nursing coach every day after my Mangalarti. And touch wood, like, so far, I mean, small difficulties it did come, but that's really, I mean, sometimes I feel, yeah, I'm really not getting any difficulties, but that's because I'm protected by Narsiyadev's chanting, this Hare Krishna chanting and Narsiyadev's Kavach, which I'm reading every day without any like, hindrance. Yeah. So that's my realization. Hare Krishna Babuji. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, wonderful. Hare Krishna. This is how Kavach. Kavach means protection. You're
Yes, yes.
making the most of it. And Krishna is very kind. Krishna takes care of us, his devotees, and his devotees also, whoever are close to the devotees too. So all of you are protected. As I said, up to us. If you take the if we take the lead, Krishna is always there. Yeah, wonderful. All the best. Nrsimha
Even
Bhagavan ki
family,
jai.
yeah,
Yes, Abu.
even family members are also protected. My brothers and his family, because I pray for them as well. I mean, so they are also protected. Like, that's really amazing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no word to say anything. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, why only this life protection? Family members. Even our previous lives, family members whom we have forgotten now. We don't care about them now. Even they will be protected if we pray sincerely to Krishna. That is the power of, because he is the owner of everything. Krishna is the owner of everything. In fact, we must take one, if Guru Maharaj allows this, then remind me one day, 1 week before, we can do one class, one series. How is the kindness? It is unbelievable kindness of Krishna. You cannot imagine how kind Krishna is from his particular some of his philosophy and pastimes. We can relate to this. Yeah, yeah. I was amazed, and I was laughing when I was reading, and I was making notes, and I was feeling gratitude. I said, we must do this. So if it comes to whenever you are ready, you want to listen, it'll be about 2 hours, 3 hours session. So let us know. This is how kind Krishna is. He's the owner of everything. So why not? So our from our side, we should be only serving Krishna. That's it, full stop. Nothing else. Nothing else. He's in full control. And he takes charge of things. And all of you are personal example of it. So nice. All the best. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking the class. Thank you, devotees, for their realization. Prabhuji, I was I was going through my notes today morning and making my realization. So, we always discuss that devotees of Lord are fearless. Like, under the shelter of the Lord, devotees are fearless. So, I was thinking and realizing that each one of us, every one of us has fear and anxiety is there. Like, as long as we are disconnected from Krishna, the fear and anxiety are ruling us. It's bombarding us. Like, before I came here, I was so much fearful and so much ignorant that I always used to think, what if this doesn't happen? What if I don't get a good mark, don't get a good college, don't get a good job? So many questions were flooding in my mind. But gradually, as I attended more and more classes and lectures and learned the philosophy a little bit, these things become less. It's now there, but it's less, as I can realize. So it's all due to the mercy of Lord Narasimhadeva, Guru Maharaj, and all our mentors. In no point before 2-3 years, if I can't even think of any single philosophy or such questions didn't pop up in my mind. I was so ignorant. So it's because of this mercy I can understand. We discussed many things. We discussed that Ajanma se balasya katha. So when we are in such position, we only the child only prays to Krishna, and Krishna protect the child in that situation also. Krishna's protection is constant. It's always there. It's up to our surrenderance that we can see it or not. Today only, I was reading a quote. I wake up, I do my things, and I was before preparing for the realization, a quote came in my feed, and the quote was there: "Who do not want me or try to avoid understanding me will see me either during life or at the time of death." So, seeing Krishna is not a question. He'll come as death if we can't see him in our life. So it's up to us whether we can realize in this life or at the time of death. But Prabhuji, my realization is when we are fearful, we remember more. I'll tell you, when I and Pradyum Prabhu, we went for a trip. In the early morning, we went for a hill near Tadoba region, where tigers are there. So we want to see the sunrise from that hill. So we went there. There was a narrow road, and both side jungles were there. So we were fearful. What if the tiger come? What if we run bite? So Pradyum Prabhu started reciting the Narasimhadev prayers, and I was reciting them too. So we recite more when we are fearful. Later, I think we should always do this. We should always remember Krishna. But it's our propensity that we remember more when we are in fear or in pain or suffering. So that's the thing, Prabhuji. The protection is always there. At some class, we discussed that the mercy is so unlimited, we don't even realize if just a second, 2 seconds early or 2 seconds late, some things happen. I won't be sitting here. So it's our surrenderance and our devotion that we can realize the thing. So that's my realization. Thank you.
Very nice. Very good. All the best. You all are very fortunate, at a very young age. You've come to Krishna consciousness, and you've been connected with honest people, who are teaching you. Saraswati Matsaja Vinashasha. Otherwise, they will cheat you also. You are clean slate. So there is a reason why we tell in the program that um, because there is no charge, we don't force anything. We are not calling ourselves any guru because we are not qualified to be. But we must have thanking each other and our seniors. Now, this is not understandable by people or devotees who are not in our program. And they will criticize us to say, why are you taking this credit from People are thinking you all the time. This is against Guru Maharaj's things and all those things. And that is correct, absolutely right. We have had it. I've had it. But you tell me, before we introduce this, none of you would have said thank you to us. This is how rascal we are. Now, when you will preach, and you're working so hard to make cultivate devotees, and those devotees will also thank you for it. You say, at least that is thanking for him. This is our mood, nothing else. This is also for helping those who are getting studied. But those outside devotees, people who don't understand, they will certainly criticize. They say, you're acting like a big guru. What is this nonsense? But no, even in your team. So that's why you bring your team members to this program. They will automatically start thanking you too. There should be. Why you don't thank your tutors who charge money? You know, hear what money has been charged by anybody. But so much life lesson is given. Protection for the whole life is given, and you cannot thank. And those people are not even claiming anything. They are nobody. Otherwise, you have a guru, you fall down on his feet all the time, give money, taking all these things, They don't consider it all these things, but that doesn't mean you should not. That is wrong. So this is how Maya works. And this is the reason why we keep it very, very grounded. It's part of the grounding work, the thankfulness. Just see, even in our program, when we told you that don't just start giving your lessons, thank before people who have given you. Is it not? Or who are saying like this? Nobody was saying this, correct? Nobody said. We have to tell you, thank before. Oh yes, it's another thank before. Then we thank everybody else before. This is how rascal we are. Even reading, somebody's reading, now you read. So you start to read as if it's your chance. So hold on. Thank the person who has read before you. Because of his reading, you are getting the chance today. Is it not so? Yes. Even that has to be told. But excuse me, some of you may have been on your own thinking like this, correct? But not, and this is how training to that extent we have to do. And Prabhupada were criticized highly because Prabhupada accepted the name Prabhupada, which was his Guru Maharaj's designation. So everybody criticized Prabhupada. Why are you calling yourself Prabhupada? Prabhupada is Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. But Prabhupada took it for glorification of his Guru. You see, so these internal things you will never understand. So that's why I never criticize a devotee who's preaching. And somehow he's honestly preaching, don't mess, don't interfere, don't come in the way. You never know where these people are, what they're dealing with situations. First, you are not preaching in the first place. Being you're worried about your own chanting, your own sadhana. Yes, somebody's taking care of somebody else's. It's a big thing, man. And not taking any this thing, credit for it. Credit is given to Prabhupada and Guru. This is our mood. This is the point. This is Lord Narasimhadeva's teachings. You see? And only a devotee can understand it. Very smart devotee understands this. See, Prahlad Maharaj understood it. When he was praying, Prahlad Maharaj was praying to Lord Narasimhadeva. He says this. Swabhrutya Rushi Vakyam Rutam Vidhu Vidhatam. So it is part of a verse. I was talking before that Lord Narasimhadeva appeared and killed Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. So we would all think, oh, so Lord Narasimhadeva came for Prahlad Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj thinking like this. No, listen very carefully. He's saying Manye means for me. Swabhrutya, Bhrutya means brother, very intimate. Yeah? So he's referring to his devotees. For me, devotees are very intimate. Vakyam means spoken. Your intimate devotee has spoken. What? Rutam Vidhatam. To honor that Vakya, you have come. So Prahlad Maharaj did not say that, thank you, Lord Narasimhadev, you came to save me. He says, no. Just see how beautiful this is. 5-year-old child had so much intelligence. And where are we? See, it's a very nice verse. To understand this, the verse is this, that. I'll just refer to this note, so excuse me. I highlighted some points here. Mat prana rakshana mananta pitur vadhascha Manye swabhrutya rushi vakyamrutam vidhatum. See, rushi vakyam here. Swabhrutya rushi vakyam. Rushi vakyam means, rushi means a devotee. Mahutta means his devotee. But a very saintly person has promised something, vakyam. Khadgam praguhya yadavocha dasad vidutsus Twamishvaro madaparo avatum kam harami. So he saying this that Swabhrutya means you are very intimate, unalloyed devotees. Rishivakyam, spoken by the words spoken by the great sage Narad, was referring to his Narad, his own Guru, whom he had heard when he was in the womb of his mother. Rutam means true, Vidhatum, to prove the words of his devotees to be true, because Narad Muni promised his mother, don't worry, your child will be safe. So here in the translation, Prabhupada gives the whole description. Prabhupada says that, here Prabhupada Maharaj is saying, praying, my Lord, O unlimited reservoir of transcendental qualities, you have killed my father Hiranyakashipu and saved me from his sword. He took out his sword to kill his son. He had said very angrily, if there is any supreme controller other than me, let him save you. I shall now sever your head from your body. See, this is what he said. The father said this. This is Prabhupada writes this. This is what Prabhupada Maharaj said this to Hiranyakashipu. Said to Lord Krishna, Lord Narasimhadeva. So therefore he's saying, I think, just see. So therefore I think that both in saving me and in killing him, that is Hiranyakashipu, you have acted just to prove true the words of your devotee. There is Narad Muni. There is no other cause for you to come. Just see how clever Prahlad Maharaj is. Absolute nectar. You may understand, you may read philosophy, you may feel very bored, but when we go into this maze like this, then you don't want to stop it. Tell me how many of us want to stop this discussion now? How beautiful. This is the cleverness. Krishna re bhaje sevara chatur, Prabhupada says this. This is the reason why. Only very intelligent people can become devotees of Krishna. So foolish person cannot become devotee or not devotee of Krishna. You see, any person who becomes devotee is very, very clever. They can see what is going on. You see, this is the point. How beautiful. Swabhrutya Rushivakyam Rutam Vidato, to prove to be right. That's why you have come, I think, my Lord. Is it not? Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Yes, please, please, please. Hare Krishna. Who would like to go next?
Hare Krishna, the devotees, Hare Krishna. Happy Lord Narasimhadeva Appearance Day to everyone. And thank you to all the devotees for giving their very nice personal realizations. This is a very, very important festival for the devotees. And I was just thinking today that every morning when we do the Aarti, the Mangala Aarti, we sing Lord Narasimhadeva prayers. And I was just thinking, why is that? I never actually thought about it before. Why do we sing Lord Narasimhadeva, the Lord Narasimhadeva Aarti and Lord Narasimhadeva prayers in the morning? And actually, the for a devotee, this material world is a very adverse place. At every step, Maya's energies are working, and we require the shelter and we require the mercy of Lord Narasimhadeva, and we require the mercy of Lord Krishna, as well as Lord Krishna's devotees. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and all the Vaishnavas to help us, or to help me in this condition. And so every step of the way, in order to remember Lord Krishna, or require that protection. So, when there are important events, when we have to go overseas, when we have to, perform certain activities, we sing the prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev in order to give us protection, not only during a time of difficulty, but also, during a time of undertaking, or, as I said, when we're performing certain activities, when there are important events that we are observing, we always pray to Lord Nrsimhadev in order to give us that protection. And for me personally, it's I feel it's very, very important to constantly pray to Lord Nrsimhadev, because as I said, in Kali Yuga, especially now, Kali's agents are everywhere, and we really do require that mercy of the Lord. And the devotees have pointed out very nice and very potent examples that they've dealt with, and I appreciate hearing all that. It's very nice and very inspiring to hear those instances. So for me, it's a very, very important day, and Prabhupada makes a mention all the time about atheism. That this world is full of atheism, and there's a constant battle between atheism and theism. And as my father explained, that the purpose of Lord Nrsimhadev coming down is to prove the words right of his devotees. And so the example of Prahlad Maharaj, my mother always likes to quote Prahlad Maharaj all the time, because of this innocent nature and firm conviction in the Lord. So on this day of Lord Nrsimhadev's appearance day, we'll try and take the shelter of Prahlad Maharaj, and try to not only remember Lord Nrsimhadev, and not only try and remember Lord Krishna during times of difficulty, but every time, because as Srila Prabhu said, we don't know, when we're going to die. We don't know when we're going to fall into any difficulty. So, it's very important to always have, for me, to always have that, to always beg for that shelter. Because I'm not the controller, and it's always important for me to remind myself that I'm not the controller. And by that, it doesn't mean that I'm not accepting, not accepting the authority of Krishna, or not accepting that God exists, but trying to lord over whatever I have, But that can be, you never know how Maya is working. So, this is a very, very important day to meditate on Lord Nrsimhadev and to ask for the mercy of Lord Nrsimhadev. And every day when I do the Mangal Arti, when we do the Arti, and we pray to Lord Nrsimhadev to always have that protection, that's something that I'll be praying much more mindfully, going forward. So that's my realization. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Krishna. Krishna, very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purnavagya Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Prabhu for arranging this program. Thank you all the devotees who shared your realization. It's very, very nice. There are so many realizations I had so far. I'll share one one realization. So it's when I was driving. Actually, that's the time. This was realization. So it was very early morning and it's dark. It was raining as well, and I was driving on the motorway, and it's very full, and the traffic was so much. And I just the few days before, I just recorded Navina singing of Nasi Aarti. So sometimes I used to hear that Aarti again and again, and when I was driving, when I drive, or sometimes I chant. But that time it was very dark, and I was like that, and then I was like, okay, I'll play that video, and I'll just listen. So I listened already, and Aarti finished, and I said, Jai Shri Lord Narasimha Bhagwan ki, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai. And I felt that so much space gap between my front car and my car, because I was just like, and then suddenly someone come from my behind and bang to my car. And I was like, I was singing Narasimha Aarti, how come that happens to me? I was like, it was surprise to me first, what happened to me? And I just looked back, and then I saw the back side car seat is touching to my car seat where I was driving. So, and I was like a bit in shock. And then the behind person, he just came and he just asked, you all right? And I was like, what should I answer him? Because I don't know how I am actually. And then I just slowly get out, and then I saw it was very bad accident, and I was like, saw all the parts of my big car was scattered on the road, and everybody stopped, and I'll start to pick up those. And then later on, I realized that this much big thing happened, but I had not a single scratch on me. Like nothing happened to me. And then I realized, oh, see the mercy of Lord Narasimha Bhagwan. And I was just listening what like Navina was video, and then I was like, thank you, Lord. Like it's your mercy, That's I was saved completely. And because the car was write off, it's gone. But because of the insurance, I got the new car as well. So it's like I was like, okay, so I would say it's a double mercy on me now. So this is one of the realization, and this second realization is recently one of my colleague, she gone to the maternity leave for last Friday. And just before she going, that she came to me and saying, okay, goodbye, we see you again when I come back. And I say, yeah. Cherish this moment and have be happy and all. I say, what cherish, what happy? I'm so scared, I'm nervous and all. And I like I know. And then I was like, I remember my time always, this time when I was pregnant and all. So I remember that my Prabhuji, when doctor asked me to admit, my Prabhuji said, I will take a leave and now onwards only. And then look, and I said, no, you just drop me, you go. I need you when baby born. And I asked my Prabhuji to drop in front of the hospital. And then I went alone there. And then suddenly another my friend called, is baby born? I said, no, I just came here. So can I come? She was so, like that she said. And I said, if you want, you come. And then when she, it was on Friday. And then when she came, and I was like very cool and all. And she said, how come you are not, scared, or you're not nervous? I said, no, we just sing Narasimha, we just did puja, and when we leaving, me and my Prabhuji, we were singing Narasimha Aarti in the car, and I felt like nothing, I'm just a normal. And my midwife said to me that don't leave the hospital, but you can go around in hospital, have a look, and then I said, okay. And by the time my friend came and we was walking, she was so surprised, and I said, yeah. And she said, it's you really not scared? I said, I don't know. And I that time I realized, do I need to scared, like that. So I and then the next day also, okay, that was time closer, and Mataji also came in the hospital. Purnavaga Mataji is there, Prabhuji is there, Krishna Samar Prabhu, and they were outside. Mataji was next to me. I saw my Prabhuji was nervous, he was shaking, he was sweating. I was in a pain, but Mataji was constantly chanting, my Prabhuji chanting, and which giving me strength as well, And I at the end, I know that's if Mataji is chanting there, chanting then I'm safe. That was it. My back mind was there that nothing will happen. Even my midwife, she was sitting with me whole night, and she was not going for even her break. And I asked her, you still here? You didn't go for no. I felt something is wrong. That's why she's not going from there. And I just asked, tell me what happened. No. I asked, tell me what happening. And she said, no, your BP is fluctuating, and I don't want to go emergency. I said, nothing will happen to me. You go. Like I was telling her like that. So she's like, and then at the end, Mataji was there. She also know that it was painful, but everything went well, and so it's all. Oh Lord Narasimha, Bhagwan's mercy, Krishna's mercy, and I always feel protected and sheltered, So that's my realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, wonderful. Yes. When I get scared of there are a few things I get very scared. What is childbirth? When my wife was delivering my son, expecting I was finished. Yeah, very, very scared. But that is one thing I get very scared about. Even now I get very scared. I don't know why. Hopefully not any, but who knows? You never know. I may get more scared and I may faint also. Hare Krishna. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for organizing this program, and thank you all the devotees for your very nice realizations. Wish you all a very happy Lord Narasimha Appearance Day. As we all know that, with in our learnings of Krishna consciousness, I remember that from the scratch of this journey, we have started with His Grace English Prabhu. The first thing I learned was the Narasimhadev prayer, and I never actually heard this prayer before in my life. And when I first heard this prayer, and I heard like few times, and then I just learned it very quickly by my heart, and I felt so much like, because before that, living the whole family back in India and no one here, you feel like you don't have the shelter of your forefathers, of your elders. And then when I first sang this prayer, and I felt so much strength, and I felt so much blessing from Lord Narasimha that, I felt like Lord Narasimha has fulfilled all the needs of my elders, and there is a shelter of Lord Narasimha Dev on our head, the whole family. And that we all know that, our morning and our evening aarti, it never is complete without the Lord Narasimhadev prayer. That we always, even if we are doing our Mangal Aarti or the evening Aarti in a rush or hurry, we always sing Narasimhadev prayer and the Narasimhadev pranam before that. And we feel like it is very obvious and automatic feeling of the heart that Lord Narasimhadev is like giving us so much strength in all the situation, and he's so much merciful that in our difficult times, like I have spent time with my children. I remember by myself when my Prabhuji was in Australia, I was in New Zealand, he was in India, I was in like now in Australia, and many times before that as well. Like my Prabhu has to travel by himself, and I have to stay with my children. I have never even thought about that if I can do that, without them. But once you have like Lord Narasimhadev and our Lord Narasimhadev's mercy in the house, and then you are singing, you are praying in front of your deities morning and evening, and it's never felt like that I am alone, that I need, or there has to be somebody with me to look after the children. Lord Narasimhadev has given me so much strength in all the difficult times when I really needed someone to have with me, but there was I only had the prayers of Lord Narasimhadev. So I feel yes, I always felt that we should always, even if we have no one, in the fear or non-fear, before we start our new journey, before we are starting our new traveling, our anything, before we don't have the shelter of, we don't have forefathers to give us the advice and make, but through Narasimhadev's prayers and through Narasimhadev's mercy, I felt like that all those hands of our elders and forefathers are on our hand. And they are also happy that we are praying to Lord Narasimhadev. So, and we are, we have the blessing so that we can progress in everything, so that we are fulfilled all our spiritual desires, so that we just gain the success on the path of this Krishna conscious journey. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for teaching us very nicely the prayer, and it's very. I remember when Krishna Prabhu used to sing Lord Narasimhadev prayer, and it was very fulfilling. I still remember that singing of Lord Narasimhadev prayer in our program, and it was one of the best, prayer I have ever heard in my life, and so powerful that you feel like it's just fulfilling the whole process of your material as well as your spiritual advancement. Thank you, Prabhuji. That's my realization. Hare Krishna.
Jai Jai. All thanks to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you very much. All the best. Prabhuji is all right. He's okay there. Because even there was something debris fallen in Haryana also, some of the villages areas. We don't know what was the area there,
Yes, Prabhuji, they had this mock drill at night as well, like no lights in their village. So there was some, like, this warnings happening. But now since we have, and there was also a lot of international and the domestic flights was canceling. So I was like worried about that because he's coming back on 14th, like on Wednesday. So we were worried about that if the flight get cancelled. But now I hope everything gets better.
Okay.
You
Good to
it's
hear. Good
they
to hear.
cease the fire, so that's good for you.
He'll
Yeah,
have
he's
first-hand
fine.
information there from India for you,
Yes.
Okay. All the best. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Oh,
Yes, Mataji, you can go. Ladies first. We always have this. Unless you want equal rights, it's a different thing. We are happy to give you unequal rights. We are very pleased, Not that we are saying wrongly, but after you.
thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Ambrish Prabhu, Pragya Mataji, and Krishnadas Prabhuji for organizing these classes. And thank you to all the devotees for sharing their realizations. Thank you, Om Prabhu, for letting me go first. So my realization it's a very simple one. I think I've also shared it before with the devotees here that for me also Narasimhadev and the Lord Narasimhadev prayer, both of them have been very close to my heart because uh, uh, ever since I was a child, I've always had a lot of anxiety, especially when it came to like anything important, anything academic, all of my exams. And it would not just be like mental anxiety, it would show up in its physical ways. It would make me sick. It would make me really anxious, and I would have like a lot of nervous breakdowns before any important exams. And this was mostly like when I was in my school and everything. And everyone knew this. Like I would if it's something really really important, I've actually had instances where I had to be admitted to the hospital because of how anxious I was. And I had an exam at 7 a.m. and I was in the hospital at 4 a.m. And that is how bad it would be. So it became really, really difficult for me to go about it.
And this was even when I had like studied really well for the exam. I had like I had done revision like 5 times, and I would still be like really, really anxious. And I just knew that it was the like it was not about the marks, it was just about the act of giving the exam. And I did not know what to do about it. My mom and my parents, they tried everything, but nothing would work. And so when I came to Krishna consciousness, this was such I don't even know of how and when this kind of got fixed on its own, because there's one thing that I read in Prabhupada's books, that Lord Narasimhadeva's prayers are, you can say them, you can sing them whenever you're feeling scared. And it's not it's never that if I'm giving an exam, that I'm praying that let this exam go well or anything. My only prayer is that let me be calm, let me just give me the courage to just go through it. And I remember that this would be such a swift process for me, that just singing those prayers before anything would give me immediately so much calm and so much strength, that I would be able to just sit calmly there and not be overly anxious as I used to be. And I can't even describe in words how difficult it would be for me to like stay calm whenever something would go wrong, or something really difficult would come across. But it and just singing those prayers would make me immediately feel so calm and so at my place, and the whole thing would be over before I even know it. And even the entirety of my MBA, I don't think I've given a single interview, a single quiz, a single exam, nothing. I've not given a single paper without reciting Narasimhadeva's prayers first. And it is only just for my own peace of mind and for my own calmness, because I know this anxiety gets to me. And it's not just that it's only for the important things. It really it goes for everything, anything that happens, anything that is new, that certain things that we do in life. And I know that this is important, and I just feel the inherent need to chant Hare Krishna, of course, and sing Narasimha's prayer. And I remember this one instant during my MBA when it's probably the most important interview that I had during my MBA, during my internships. And it was really early in the morning. It was, I think, 7 a.m. or something for an interview to be happening at that time. And I was singing Narasimha's prayers right before that. I was chanting, and I was just waiting for my turn to come. And as soon as the interview started, it was in my MBA, so it was like pretty much 2 months into the entire program. And I remember that my laptop had been really, really functioning well. There had been absolutely no problems with it throughout like the 3 years that I've had it. And as soon as I sat for the interviewer was just telling me that, Devanshi, I cannot hear you. I cannot see your video. I can't hear you. I don't know where you are. And and that is the kind of situation where I would panic immediately, and I would completely, I don't know, like if I had been in a normal circumstance, I would not know what to do. And I really, really did not know what to do. And the girl who is like living in the room next to me, generally she's the kind of person you have to bang on the door like for 15 minutes for her to get up for the class. So before I have to get ready, I have to like bang on her door for 15 minutes just for her to get up and go to the class. And it was 7 a.m. in the morning, and she sleeps till like 12 or 1. And I don't know what came across me, and I just went to her room and I knocked her door once, and immediately she opened the door. She was sleeping, but still in one knock she opened the door. And I asked her that, can you please give me your laptop? My laptop is not working. I'm in the middle of the interview. And generally it takes a lot of time for, WhatsApp to load, for you to like make the links here and there, and for you to join the video and everything. Everything happened in a minute. Everything happened so smoothly. And sat back for the interview, and I remember thinking that it's because it is a very, very random process. So if you make them wait for too long, they will just move on to the next candidate. And I was just hoping that they had not done that, and luckily they hadn't. And when they started the interview, I was still in a bit of panic, because I was thinking that that she must be already thinking that I'm not prepared enough, that my laptop is not working, and that I'm lazy or whatever. And I had all these things in my mind. And so generally they have these like guesstimates and like kind of math problems that they asked us to solve during the interviews. So like we had a case interview going on, and I remember that generally this is the one thing that I feel very, very confident about, that like my mental maths and all is really good generally. and she was asking me questions about like some really big numbers, and I was solving them. And I don't know what happened, and I kind of and I messed up the number somewhere. And but she did not give me any input, but immediately like I knew from within that something is wrong. So I asked her for 2 minutes more. And this is the kind of thing that really makes or breaks the interview. If you really mess up the maths, you're not in. Like that's the end of it for you. And I don't know why I thought to myself that something I've definitely messed up because I'm panicking right now. So I asked her for 2 minutes and I did the math again and then I gave her the right number. And luckily, everything went so smoothly. Every question she asked, I knew the answer to. And then I was the only person at the end of the interview who they gave the offer there and then. Like during the interview, they said that, yeah, we want you in. And I was thinking everything that could have gone wrong during that point, everything that I knew. I knew that my laptop was working. It went horribly. I knew that I was good at maths, but I messed up the math. And everything that could have gone wrong, it went wrong. But it's only due to Krishna's mercy and Lord Narasimha's mercy that I was able to get through without panicking. The biggest thing is that I did not panic throughout any of this, which is my natural way of functioning. So that's one thing, and it's obviously I can't thank enough to Avinash Prabhu and to Saraswati Mataji because they are the only people who have given me this knowledge. They are the only people who have helped me through understanding that this needs to be worked with, and that this is what needs to be done in order to work with it. And so it's a very small realization. I'm sorry, I really dragged it out, but I hope I made sense. So Hare Krishna.
Well, it's very nice, wonderful. Probably that is the reason why they gave you the job, because they saw that things were going wrong, but you did not panic. And the confidence, yeah, this is how it is. This is how the people see, confidence. Wonderful. All the best. All the best. Hare Krishna. So this is the reason why I say preaching is the most important thing. Now imagine this. If you preach to somebody who becomes a devotee of Krishna, gets protected like this. So, and if Krishna protects their devotee, how much he will protect the person who taught about Krishna? You understand what I'm trying to say? This is the reason I will say preach, 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 preach. This is the reason, the open secret. This is open secret. You don't require me any money of this. We have done it now. This is open secret. Everybody should preach. And preach to become devotee. Not that we have become devotees. We are not. But we become. Follow the instructions. And that's it. That's what we do. All the best. All the best. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Nitya Devi Dasamata. Thank you, Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji, for giving us this opportunity to share our realization. Thank you, devotees, for your wonderful realization. Maybe I just want to state that start with before coming to the classes, before getting in touch with Avinash Prabhuji, as we discussed that I was mostly like atheist person. Although my family had this background of they are very dharmic, I not used to believe that God really exists. On the fun part that because things don't happen according to me, and I start guessing out that why things go wrong, and there won't be any God because I have not done anything wrong and I'm getting wrong. So that was my mentality at first. So yeah, this changed because of class, and after getting into the classes with help of Avinash Prabhuji, I got to know about Srila Prabhupada. I got to know about Maharaj, Krishna, and also Narasimhadeva. So this was the incident at the very start where I used to do Gaura Aarti at evening. Uh, After Gaura Aarti, we sing Sri Narasimhadev's prayer. So when I was singing it, my mother was terrified after hearing that I am singing Narasimhadev prayer. Because in India, or not in India, in her village, there is this myth that Narasimhadev is very ferocious भगवान like तो मेरी मम्मी आए उनको बोल यानी आफ्टर द प्रेयर शी सेड कि बेटा एक काम करना नरसिम्हा आरती मत गाना बिकॉज इफ यू डू इवन स्लाइटेस्ट ऑफ अपराध ही इज वेरी एंग्री और तो बहुत दिक्कत हो जाएगी सो एट टाइम आई रियलाइज कि अगर आई वाज नॉट कनेक्टेड टू द क्लासेस आई वुड हैव अग्रीड कि नहीं ओके दिक्कत हो जाएगी बहुत लाइक शी इज लाइक कि बहुत स्टॉन्च एक पद्धति होती है अकॉर्डिंगली आपको करना चाहिए और अगर कुछ भी ऐसा प्रॉब्लम्स होती है अपराध अगर गलती से हो जाता है तो नरसिम्हा देव तो ही इज एंग्रीएस्ट लाइक वो तो फिर और बहुत सारे मिथ जुड़े रहते हैं कि जिनके कुल देवता होते हैं वही लॉर्ड नरसिम्हा देव को प्रेयर करते हैं तो एट दैट टाइम आई थॉट कि how much knowledge is lacking in the mainstreams because or if would haven't been connected to classes if I would haven't been attending the classes I would have drifted with that no nahi hota hai this is also not done that is also not done while chanting when I started chanting my mother was also like कि मेरा बेटा संन्यास ले लेगा because मोस्ट ऑफ आवर फ्रेंड्स वर लाइक कि अरे क्या करवा रही है अपने बेटे से ये उम्र है क्या तेरा बेटा भी छोड़ के चला जाएगा देखना सो दीज थिंग्स यूज टू हैपन बट एंड आई यूज टू प्रे डेली टू कृष्णा एंड लॉर्ड नरसिम्हा देव दैट माय मदर will get like she will not get anxious of me doing krishna bhakti and after meeting avinash prabhuji they my parents were like nah he's going in the right path so yeah for me what my prayers were it happened and all thanks to my mentors so this was one of the thing and again there was one incident that I was I, like Divyanshi Mataji said I am also very anxious person before any big event I also get panicked and anxious about things and it was during my exam times I was having this paper and I hadn't studied enough. So I was very anxious on how things will go on. Uh, so immediately I started reciting Lord Narasimha Dev's prayer and chanting. And it went quite well. So it gave me that bit of confidence. And after that, suddenly the personality change happens because even at the most panic situation, I used to do my work and chant Krishna's name. If things goes wrong, I used to just chant Krishna's name. I start chanting Mahamantra. Uh, I remember the incident where we were going at some event. Me, Shruti Mataji, Pradyum Prabhu, and few of my friends. We were going to event related to job, that Salesforce event, and everyone had their ticket, but I was the only late personality who haven't booked the ticket. The train ticket was booked, but the event ticket was not, and everyone was panicking that how things will go, and even I was worried. But at that time, I was like, कि नहीं, मैं chanting करता हूँ, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. Krishna will do the needful. And things got right. I got in the last minute, in the very last minute, I got ticket of that event, which generally not happens. So yeah, at that time also, Sriti Mataji said कि ये बढ़िया है तेरा, you chant and things happen with you, good. So that gave me this confidence कि if I do my 100% and chant daily, I do my bhakti daily, things will, even if things don't go according to me, it will go right because Krishna is there to protect me. So these are my realizations. This is what I learned from my classes, and from my mentors that you, even as I have seen Avinash Prabhuji as a role model, and I have seen he is not worried about the fruits. He just do his work, and that's what I aspire to be. That's what I see as I have learned things through role modeling. So, this was my realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice, All the best. It's very enlightening and very funny, both, your realization. We wish you all the best. Hare Krishna. Banda, you will teach this. When you complete your intermediate course, and when we are satisfied, we will give you then what the other mantras are. We have to be recited every day with Lord Nrsimhadev. That is what Guru Maharaj is. When you are dedicated to Maharaj on this, we will give you those mantras for every day we have to study. Very, very powerful mantras too. Okay. All the best. Who would like to go now? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Happy Lord Nrsimhadev Appearance Day. And thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhu, Her Grace Purnipagna Devitasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu. So it's nice hearing and glorifying me, but as I've told you, I repeat what I learned. There's no input from my side. I'm a dumb person. But I know what to say, what not to say, what is in the context. And I think you all are attracted because of that transparency. Because you all are very clever people, that what I say, what Amrish will say, and what's being taught is actually in the same line. Otherwise, it becomes very hard. So thank you. So nothing for me. It's all goes to Amrish Prabhu and his family. They've been very patiently, I'll say, managing me. Okay. So I'll go back to Lord Narasimha's appearance in my life was when my mother passed away in 2006, and I was new to Hare Krishna weekend. Hare Krishna weekend was not like this. It was Amrish Prabhu. And Amrish Prabhu came to my house and introduced me these prayers that time. That's the first time. And I don't know, I don't remember what I did, but he said you should do this and you should recite this. And after that, we went to India and have all those things. And then Lord Narasimha's prayers became a ritual for us. Wherever we go, where we start new thing, we pray 2 times in a day, in the morning, in the evening. So it becomes, so I stopped thinking that I feel that, okay, I'm protected. I don't need to, I've given up asking for anything at some stage. Probably I've shared this realization. And the other thing which I realized that when I was listening to all of you, Divyanshi Mataji, Prabhu, and other devotees who spoke when I was in the class, yes, that exactly how it went, that how experienced, and we feel the presence depending upon our purity, how pure we are, and accordingly we realize those things. And so my journey to Krishna consciousness was at some stage, I was like you. In fact, I'm still like you. And we kept attending the classes, up, down, good, bad, whatever it is. And slowly we learned how to read scriptures, how to study scriptures. Even now I'm trying to understand. And that's the mood of this group, that we read a lot of books. You all know that. And that's when Amrish Prabhu introduced us this chapter, Canto 7 in Bhagavatam. And Maharaj one lecture, which was Canto 7, chapter 9, verse 44, long back. Means, yeah, I am sure Maharaj remembers this. Prayana Deva Munyo Tukama, where the translation is like this. My dear Lord Narasimha, I see there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, that is Mauna Vrata. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without being taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to shelter at your lotus feet. That's Prahlad Maharaj's mood. And I remember Maharaj has given a big class, and you might have all heard this. And so that I never went into my head. I just, okay, yes, that class happened. So from there, and then we got into sharing this relation on Lord Narasimha Appearance Day. Okay, you have to give relation. Okay, what do I do? And then, so we went back to these pastimes, these chapters, this Bhagavatam, this verses, and slowly we started getting more familiar that from how uh, and why, and means Prahlad Maharaj in the womb of his mother and Narad Muni and the fighting and all those, a lot of stories, behind this. And then Prahlad Maharaj, father get upset. And imagine, I was telling yesterday, that imagine your father is trying to kill you. How do you feel? Okay. And then after that, actually killing, and then this Prahlad Maharaj pacifying Lord Narasimhadeva. So that was like a story. But the more we spend time with this issue, the more we could realize. And that's what I'm going to share. And yes, I remember, you all know that when Lord Narasimhadeva actually killed Hiranyakashipu by fulfilling the whatever Lord Brahma offered him, the benedictions, he nullified everything and he killed him. Okay, we all know that story. And after that, Lord Narasimha was still very angry and still ferocious, and nobody was able to pacify him. And Lord Brahma, even Mother Lakshmi, his wife, yeah, I cannot imagine. And then Lord Brahma asked Prahlad Maharaj that you can pacify him. So this was something new to me that time. Even now it's new to me. And then we share a lot of relations about Prahlad Maharaj praying to Lord Narasimha. So that relation which I would like to share is in that context. In that we all feel it. We all know. We all feel the mercy. We all feel the power. We all feel shelter. We all feel whatever. It keeps us going. No? But this verse which I'm going to recite and probably read the translation, and then one line which touched my heart while preparing for this. I was reading this for some time and I don't know what to say because we keep repeating same thing, no? Because it has been a long time. So that verse is again from the same chapter, but this verse is the context is that when actually Prahlad Maharaj do the Dandapranam to Narasimhadev, and after that he touches his head, Lord Narasimhadev, and that experience, this again made me think, and I really enjoyed it. So the verse is Satatkara Sparsa Duta Ki Lasusva Sapadi Abhivyakta Paratma Darshana Tatapad Padam Hridi Nivrato Dadhau Rishaya Tanuhu Klina Hrida Ashru Lochanaha. Translation by the touch of Lord Narasimha's hand on the Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad was completely free of all material contaminations and desires, as if he had been thoroughly cleansed. Therefore, he at once became transcendently situated, and all the symptoms of the ecstasy became manifest in his body. His heart filled with love, and his eyes with tears. And thus he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord within the core of his heart. So there's nothing special, but if you focus on this verse, means even Prahlad Maharaj was, when when he got the mercy, even he at once became transcendently situated, and all the symptoms of ecstasy became manifest in his body. That was the situation of Prahlad Maharaj. At that level, when Hiranyakashipu could not kill him. But that's not my point of discussion. My relation is the last line. Is Rishyat Tanu Klina Hrida Ashu Lochana. That last line, which says that Harshat, basically. Harshat Tanu, having transcendently ecstatic bliss manifest in the body after he felt happy and whatever. Klina Hrita, whose heart was softened due to transcendental ecstasy. This is what touched me. I mean, after that level, heart is softened. And what happened after that? Asulochana, with tears in his eyes. And the tears came to the eyes. That's Prahlad Maharaj situation. After Narasimhadeva touches his head. And after that, the prayer starts. That softening of heart is something which need to be understood. And that's what I keep talking to those young ones, that in the fast changing materialistic society, completely demonic, nothing is right. And we teach you, of course, on behalf, a lot of big philosophy. Yeah, acharan and all those things. And the world is like that. So how this soft-heartedness will actually come? It will never come. And that's the big challenge, particularly the young ones. And that's the challenge, that how you actually absorb this knowledge, how you practice this knowledge, how do you apply this knowledge, that's your skill set. As I said yesterday also, we can only talk 1 hour, 2 hours, but after this, what you do is your real progress. And that will manifest like this. So when I was preparing for this class and this discussion, I thought, what should I say? Because we have been saying for the last 15 years now. So yeah, so we keep repeating same thing. And nothing new about feeling the mercy of Lord Narasimha. We always felt sheltered. Yeah? Devotees ask devotees. They are fearless. Devotees are fearless. Because nothing in our control anyway. So that's what I wanted to share, Amrishu. Thank you very much. Thank you, Purna Bhagnadevi Mataji. And thank you, Krishna. It has been a long journey. It has been a long time. I don't know how you tolerated me. I'm not, as Amrishu say, I'm not an easy man. Yeah. Thank you, Hare. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for tolerating us. Thank you for tolerating me. Hare Krishna. Very nice. All the best. Sorry, I'm breaking my fast. You must be relishing nice mangoes. So you can please continue, all of you, Wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your wonderful realizations as usual. Thank you to all the devotees. As you were sharing your realizations, I was reminiscing some of the points. Actually, you won't believe it. Avinash Krishna Prabhu, as you mentioned about your mother, I was remembering that was the time, very initial stage, and I remember that, I think 2006 probably, 2006, 2005, 2006, and remember this, when as devotees were sharing the prayers, Lord Narasimhadev prayers being given to devotees. I remember that time, and even Namrata Mataji sharing about her when Navina was born. I remember that time as well, and she's very brave. Actually, she was praying. I remember, in that condition, she was still praying. Oh Lord, please help me, please help me. And I was like, how brave that, it's okay that we were chanting, we were okay in a normal condition, but in that condition also she was praying. So very, very brave. And thank you to Namrata Mataji also for allowing me to be there, and because it was very, it was a privilege to be there when Navina was born. So thank you. And I remember, Dolly Mataji, when you were saying about, how the children, they get attracted to the prayers, and we also get attracted to this prayer. And prayer is very dear to all the children, and is one of the first prayers that all the children recite. So I may have started with Krishna that's long time back, but now I can see all the children also. It's the first prayer that they chant. So just reminiscence of all the memories of the impact of these prayers on our lives. Happy Lord Narasimhadeva Appearance Day to all of you. And also a very important occasion for all of us is Srila Gurudev, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj taking sannyas order of life today. So without the mercy of Maharaj, we all would not be even here together. You know, that binding force for us is Srila Gurudev taking the sannyas order of life, renunciation. So for our benefit, for souls like us. So I just pray to Lord Narasimhadev that, may we always, as we always feel the shelter, may we always be protected. And we always feel that shelter of Srila Gurudev as much as we feel the shelter of Lord Krishna and Lord Narasimhadev as well. So I was, as a child, remember always our parents and our grandparents tell us stories. And of course, Prahlad Maharaj's story is one that all of us have heard, I'm sure. And it fascinated me because I used to feel like always compare, that how can a 5-year-old child be going through all this situation and be so brave and have the confidence, that Lord will protect him. So as my Prabhuji also mentioned that Lord Krishna comes not to kill the demons because that can be done by the representatives also. Krishna doesn't have to come personally. He comes for the devotees and then he comes to keep the word of the devotees. So I was just thinking how beautiful it is that Lord Brahma gave all these benedictions. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can do anything. He can just say, okay, I don't care about the benedictions. I'm just going to kill the demon. But he's keeping the word, the value of the benediction given by his devotee, Lord Brahma also. So it's very, very, it's very nectarian that, and also, as we heard in the class, you cannot cheat Lord Krishna. You can cheat anyone else, but you can't cheat Lord Krishna. So how that all the conditions that were placed by Hiranyakashipu were still circumvented intelligently. So it's really, I'm very fascinated by that. That that Hiranyakashipu went through so many austerities that we cannot even think about doing those austerities, even though he was a demon. And then, after doing all the austerities, asking for all the benedictions, getting the benedictions, still he could not overcome the intelligence. So that point stuck with me. And then I was thinking that how this point that Prabhuji mentioned, that how Lord Krishna and how Lord Narasimhadev has kept the word of Prahlad Maharaj. So I was just thinking, if we are in that position, where Hiranyakashipu, his father, is asking him, so is God everywhere? Yes, God is everywhere. So is he there in this pillar? Yes, Father, he's there in this pillar also. So how much confidence? How do you know? Do we have that confidence to say that yes, the Lord is everywhere and yes, he will appear? We don't. And that is a difference. I was thinking that as a 5-year-old child, how did he have that confidence that yes, if the pillar is broken also, the Lord will appear? So if I'm in that position, I will think, I'm not sure. Obviously, because I don't have that devotion at all. So there's no question. But yeah, so we want to achieve that confidence, that Prahlad Maharaj had. As a child, I remember when we read the Bhagavad Gita also, as my grandfather had given us to. And in that, I always remember reading this Bhaktat. I have said this before, Bhaktat Uttam Prahlad. And I always remember that because, we want to be the best, in whatever we do. And I used to feel, oh, so Bhakta Prahlad is one of the best devotees. We want to be like him. So that wish is always there. And just a couple of other incidences, like other devotees have shared as well, about how in the times of difficulties, how you remember and how the Lord protects. So one incident similar to others was with my cousin sister. She's very, very close to me, very, very dear and very close to me. And she was, I think we were visiting India, and she was not in Mumbai, and we were in Mumbai, and she was in another city. And she was pregnant, and she was going through some difficulty, and she could not even go out in the sunlight and all that, like that. So she was given bed rest and everything like that. And if she was in Mumbai, then we could have had the interaction physically of going there and everything like that, but that wasn't possible. And then I just spoke to my Prabhuji, and then my Prabhuji said, okay, let's just send the books to her. And so we send the Science of Self-Realization, Bhagavad Gita, and then my Prabhuji said, okay, now, of course, he always suggests to send Lord Narasimhadev Kavach to anybody who's in difficulty. And so she was not as much introduced to Krishna consciousness or anything like that, just as generally how we pray and all that she used to. And then she was a very difficult situation. I was feeling very helpless that I couldn't go there. So then we sent all these by courier, and my Prabhuji also requested to send the Narasimha Kavach. And then it was really a miracle that, she used to read also do the chanting, read the Bhagavad Gita, and recite the Narasimha Kavach every day. And then she went, the difficulty was overcome. And that actually brought so much conviction in her about Lord Krishna and Lord Narasimhadeva. Today she remembers, and she's, even her children, very, very fond of Lord Narasimhadeva. So I was just thinking how merciful, one experience, and it completely changes your life. So definitely the prayers, they're very, very powerful. There's no question about it. And all of you have shared, Divyanshi Mataji, Om Prabhu, Pradyumna Prabhu, Deepak Prabhu, all of you have shared, how you have experienced it in your lives. It's very nice to see that conviction, in the youth as well. And it also inspires us. It's very, very nice to hear from all of you, young devotees. At you're fortunate, at such a young age you have that conviction. So don't let it go. Increase that conviction, and that association that you're giving each other and you're giving us, and we all are sharing, is very, very important. Don't think that we are junior, you're senior, nothing like that. Even when Lord Narasimhadev, when Prahlad Maharaj was praying to Lord Narasimhadev also said that when there is a pure devotee, he doesn't have the category of a higher living entity or lower. Everybody is, very, very, we cannot judge. Like, we cannot say, oh, I'm Lord, Prahlad Maharaj was only 5 years old. So do we think the consciousness was a 5-year-old or was even greater than somebody who was, So yeah, I feel very inspired when I see all this young youth and your conviction. And there is always times of difficulties and times of good things, and it's very important to keep that conviction. That is very important. That will keep you going no matter what. This is one thing that you should never leave. I'm telling this to you because I tell this to my son also, always, that if there is one thing that we will be upset or sad or disappointed about, is that if anybody who has come into Krishna consciousness leaves it, anything else in your life goes and comes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, but don't leave this. That is my only request, to you. Because as Kali Yuga is progressing, the material world is becoming more and more unlivable for devotees especially. It's very, very difficult and unpredictable also. So yeah, and also wanted to mention Srila Gurudev. I wanted to remember Srila Gurudev giving a class on Prahlad Maharaj. And this I have shared before, but this is one thing that I always felt that when Lord Narasimhadev asked Prahlad Maharaj for asked for a benediction, at that time Prahlad Maharaj said that I don't want to do a business dealing, like I'm asking for a benediction. That is not correct. That is not the sign of a pure devotee. And the only thing that Prahlad Maharaj asked for was that all the material desires should be removed from the core of my heart. And also, I remember Prahlad Maharaj saying, please don't worry about me. So, because he is chosen to stay in the material world till each and every soul goes back to Godhead. So I remember Srila Gurudev saying this is the Srimad Bhagavatam class, that, who can say this to the Lord? That please don't worry about me. And that stayed with me. And I thought, yeah, really, I mean, who can say that to the Lord? Please don't worry about me. And at that time, the other thought that came to my mind was that, even in Lord Krishna has made so many arrangements for everyone. We all don't belong to this material world. It's like Srila Prabhupada says, it's like a jail, right? And we are in the jail, and we shouldn't be here. But all the arrangements are still nicely made for us. And then the arrangements are made also if you're going to the lower planetary systems, because you have devotees like Prahlad Maharaj there. So all these arrangements are there, but we don't want to think in that direction that, okay, there will be a better opportunity for us to do Krishna consciousness. Just do it in this life. That is that conviction we should have. That whatever position we are now is the best for us, and let's just let's just achieve that goal for our Krishna consciousness and going back to Godhead. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Very nice realizations. Things are flowing very nicely. Hare Krishna. Yes, who would like to go next? Hare Krishna. Please, we all require your blessings and your prayers. Don't be under any illusion that I don't require. I'm lost soul. Only Srila Guru and Srila Prabhupada can save us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Mish Prabhuji, Hare Grace Purna Praja Mataji, Hare Grace, His Grace Krishna Sarpan Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my realization. Thank you, devotees, for very nice realization. My realization is very small in the realization which has been shared by other devotees. I would like to share one of my personal realization, which me and my family felt 2 years back. And today, first of all, happy Narasimha Parents Day to all of you. And also, this today we have completed our 2 years of our home. Yeah. And today only Avinash Prabhuji and Avinash Prabhuji came to our home for housewarming party, and we had Narasimha Jayanti Chaturdashi on that day, and we celebrated it at our home. So I remember, and I'm just remembering those memories. And 2 days back, what happened was, when we were shifting our home, before that, there was some tensions at our home, and my aunt has created those tensions. And because of that frequent quarrels, and we always used to feel scared what will happen next. She will start quarreling, and we used to pray to Narasimha that and Pradyum came, and he mentioned that just pray to Lord Narasimha and we'll sing Narasimha Aarti. And the first time he sang, we all felt very nice, and we started singing Narasimha prayer. It was not memorized to us, but then we started singing it, like we started keeping YouTube, and we just recited after that. So those times were actually, when I start remembering those times, I always feel that there was always a mercy, because when we started singing, we used to feel calm, and whenever there was a quarrel, after the quarrel, we start always, me, my family, everyone, we used to start singing. And before one day, when we were shifting to our home, new home, uh, our aunt, she started following our vehicle, and she was falling and everything. Police came, everything happened, and that time we all were scared. What will happen? Will she able to like will this get stopped or not? And that time, me and I was at Pradyum's place, and me and Pradyum's mother, we started singing Nasma prayer. I don't know why, but we started singing Nasma prayer continuously, and we started crying. We all were very scared that what will happen. Will our the things which we were the transportation vehicle or everything, will she be able to transport this to our home or not, or what all things was happening. And the time passed, and there was thunderstorm also on that same day. And at night, we were having Avinash Prabhuji's class, and Pradyum and I was started discussing after the class that this has been happening at our home. And he just said that you just start chanting. And next day, and he also shared one of the incident about Srila Prabhupada, that when Srila Prabhupada was signing, there was one land and he was signing up. That time, someone he signed one of the contract, and on that particular land, a temple has to be built. But because someone dished him, and he couldn't able to do that, and he started praying to Narasimha. So we started praying to Narasimha Bhagwan, and in the morning we got to know that she left her body. We were not able to understand what happened. Yesterday she was quarreling with us, and day before she left her body. So this has made her like, what has happened? And then suddenly we called Prabhuji, and Pradyum mentioned to Prabhuji that this has happened, and Avinash Prabhuji told that you just stay calm, and we were discussing about one of the verse on that particular day, and you just pray for her body. And this was the first time I was like, we are not praying for us, but we are praying for the body who left. We chanted 16 rounds. Apart from that, we also started singing Narasimha prayer. And today, we are singing Narasimha prayer. And whenever there is some situation where we feel tensed, we are feeling scared. At that particular time, we start singing Narasimha prayer. So it is all Narasimha's mercy that it's flowing till today. So my grandmother has so conviction that 2 days back she was not feeling well, and it was very critical situation. She started calling our relatives and everyone, and then she mentioned start chanting. And after we completed our chanting, she said, "Srishti, just start singing Narasimha Aarti." And we was all singing Narasimha Aarti, and then she felt nice, and we gave her medicine, and she slept. And today also, in the morning, she said, okay, we'll do some good. We'll start preparing for Narasimha Bhagwan, because this is a very auspicious day for all of us, because he saved us from this problem. It was a big problem for all of us. We were not able to do anything. We were not able to focus on at any time. And from my childhood, because I am so much fearful because of the family situation at our place. And Lord Narasimha only made this path, and we shifted it to our new home. And Avinash Prabhuji and Saraswati Mataji guided us so well that till today we are just following all these things very nicely. And yeah, we're trying to follow this. That's my realization, Prabhuji. I just recalled all those things which has happened in past. And
Wonderful. Hare Krishna. And one day you will make sure that you don't keep it to yourself, this mercy. The best way you can never repay the mercy that you have received from devotees, who gone out of their way to search you out and teach you, share this knowledge. So The only way you can be grateful, we can just be grateful, right? Is just you share it with others with conviction. And when they thank you thank them. Don't keep it to yourself. That's again a big aparad. If somebody thanks you for all the service you're preaching you're doing, if you keep it to yourself, then there is a big aparad you're committing because somebody has taught you. And that person who has taught you, if you thank him or her, if they also thanks whoever taught them, and whoever taught them, they thank who taught them. This is called parampara. And this is how we are safe. We are transparent. Then the mercy of Lord Narasimhadeva flows without any obstruction. The moment somebody stops to say, "Oh, I've done it," finished. Then stops from there. Yeah. So very nice. And remember this: you are dependent upon your seniors to go back to Godhead. Your senior is not dependent upon you to go back to Godhead. I told you this once before, all of you. You all must remember this point very much. It's very important. Wonderful. All the best to you. Hope your family is satisfied and very happy. Keep chanting Krishna's name. Everything, whatever Krishna has a plan, it always be successful. And never force your plan upon Krishna. Say whatever you feel right, please. Give us the strength so that we can follow, understand. Wonderful. Hare Krishna. Okay, looks like we've concluded now. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. No children there today? We will conclude the program now. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hari Bol.
The network was down, so we could not hear you properly.
Oh, okay. All right. I said now looks like everybody has concluded the realizations and yeah. So anyone wants to say anything? I'll just wait for 10 more seconds. If someone wants to say anything or if we missed out anybody I want to say.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I was not able to turn on my camera and because of some event at my home.
Okay.
But I will write my realization in the beginners group and share.
Sure, no problem. Wonderful. Very, very nice.
And
if you want to say something, you can say now if you've got time. Otherwise, you can share later on. No problem. Whatever suits you.
just I really want to thank all the devotees because the realization was so nice. I was listening throughout, and um, it's just that Narasimhadeva appearance day is more special to me because it's my father's birthday also today, and
Oh,
so it becomes more special for me. And I will write my realization in the group. I really, it requires undivided attention, and right now I'm struggling with a lot of activities in the event. So just I wanted to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you, devotees.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So everybody can hear me now? Is it okay? You all of you can hear me? I don't know whether you can't hear me. You can see me. Some disturbance around.
Yeah, you're audible now.
I'm audible now? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So we'll wait for 10 more seconds if anyone wants to say anything before we conclude. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now who will sing Lord Nrsimhadev prayers? Are the children around? Any kids around?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Bol. Your camera is on? Yes, now it's getting on now, I think. Hare Krishna Subhadra ji. Happy Lord Nrsimhadev appearance to day to you ji.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा कैसे हैं आप
You too,
ठीक है
Prabhuji.
ठीक है माधव जी हरे कृष्णा
You
कैसे
too,
हैं आप
Prabhuji.
यस वंडरफुल ऑल द बेस्ट
You too,
माधव जी कैसे हैं आप ठीक है आप
Prabhuji.
बहुत अच्छे जी हिंदी बोलते हैं आप बहुत बढ़िया
Can you hear us, Prabhuji?
यस वी कैन हियर यू slight delay but it's fine so you can sing now Lord Nrsimhadev prayers first okay all right now anybody voice okay Navina not around okay no problem no problem Okay, so you sing Lord Nrsimhadev prayers, and all of us will also unmute ourselves and we will sing with you. So you go a little slowly, okay? So we'll follow after you. All right? Okay. Okay, now you can start Lord Nrsimhadev prayers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. Namaste Narasimhadeva.
Yato yato yami tato narasimha. Yato yato yami tato narasimha. Hitaye narasimha. Narasimhamadem sharam tapate Narasimhamadem tapate Kare kamalavare nakam adhuta shringaram Dalita hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Kesavadirta Narahari Rupam Jagadisha Hare Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Hare Adbhut Dalita
Hiranyakashipu
Tanu Bringa
Bringa
Keshavadru Naru
Hari Rupa
Jai Jagadish Hare
Jagadish Hare
Jai
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jai
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish Hare
Narasimhadev, Jayo Narasimhadev, Jayo Narasimhadev,
Jaya
Jaya
Nrsimhadev Jaya
Narasimhadev
Hare Jaya
Jayo
Nrsimhadev Jaya
Narasimhadev,
Jaya
Jayo
Nrsimhadev
Narasimhadev, Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Lakshmi
Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya
Jayo Nara Hari, Jayo Nara Hari, Jayo Nara Hari, Jayo Nara Hari,
Jaya
Nara
Hari
Hari
Nara
Jaya
Hari
Hari
Nara
Jaya
Hari Jaya
Hari
Nara
Jaya
Hari
Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj,
Jaya Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj
Maharaj
Jaya
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Prahlad
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jagat Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari
Hari
Bol
Bol
Hari
Hari
Bol Nitai
Bol
Gaur
Jai
Hari
Gaura Hari
Bol
Bol
Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya
Jai
Jaya
Jai
Prabhupada
Prabhupada Prabhupada
Prabhupada
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Gurudev, Mahavishnu, Goswami Gurudev,
Jaya Jaya
Gurudev
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 Mahavishnu
Mahavishnu
Goswami
Swami
Gurudev
Gurudev
जय श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह भगवान की जय उग्र नरसिंह भगवान की जय श्री नरसिंह चतुर्दशी महोत्सव की जय श्री निताई गौर चंद्र प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय शिला गुरुदेव की जय all glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
all glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
all glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna
Hare
all glories to lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga ki jai Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai Shri Gurudev ki jai Namo Vishwapadaya Krishna Vistara Bhutale Shrimati Mahavishnu Goswamiti Namine Namo Vishwapadaya Krishna Vistara Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaur Kushari Niveshesh Shudhai Krishna Hare Krishna. Yes, other devotees are breaking their fast now in Auckland, New Zealand. Okay, so now you will sing Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. Wonderful. Now you sing, we'll follow you, okay? We'll mute ourselves now. Please sing.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. We have learned some real good stuff. We have learned some real good stuff. Maharaj, we have learned one thing. Maharaj, we have learned one thing. And today for you we will sing. And today for you we will sing. If our room is clean, if our room is clean, then our mind is clean, then our mind is clean. If our mind is clean, if our mind is clean, we can do anything. We can do anything. If our room is dirty, if our room is dirty, then so are we. Then so are we. And if we are dirty, and if we are dirty, we're not happy. We are not happy. Wasting time. Wasting time is the greatest crime. Is the greatest crime. Because wasted time. Because wasted time means a wasted mind. Means a wasted mind. So best use your time. So best use your time when you're in your prime. When you're in your prime. And your whole life. And your whole life will be sublime. Will be sublime. If your wealth is gone. If your wealth is gone. Then there is nothing wrong. Then there is nothing wrong. If your health is gone. If your health is gone. That's a different song. That's a different song. If your character dies. If your character dies. Then the world will cry. Then the world will cry. Only saintly behavior. Only saintly behavior. That humanity thrives. That humanity thrives. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. We must always remember Krishna. We must always remember Krishna. Forget him too. But how are we to practice this with so many things to do? But how are we to practice this with so many things to do? That is the greatest question. That is the greatest question. And here's the greatest clue. And here is the greatest clue. You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you. You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you. So listen very closely. So listen very closely. And make your thinking sharp. And make your thinking sharp. Let's learn how we can live in works of Krishna won't depart. Let's learn how we can live in works of Krishna won't depart. If something's due tomorrow. If something's due tomorrow. Finish it today. Finish it today. Whatever's due today. Whatever's due today. Do it now, don't delay. Do it now, don't delay. Your friends might be lazy. Your friends might be lazy. Or doing bad things. Or doing bad things. But you think again. But you think again. Don't follow them. Don't follow them. And you will win in the end. And you will win in the end. Whatever work we're given. Whatever work we're given. We do our very best. We do our very best. We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest. We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest. This is how to live, to work and to play. You'll learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day. This is how to live, to work and to play. You'll learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day. And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with a heart full of love. And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with a heart full of love. To chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame is the only way this world will ever become sane. To chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame is the only way this world will ever become sane. Now please ask this greatest question. Now please ask this greatest question. And find this greatest clue. And find this greatest clue. You can only remember Krishna. You can only remember Krishna. If Krishna remembers you. If Krishna remembers you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Holiness Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev's Transcendental Sannyas Acceptance Day Ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Shri Lord Narasimhadeva Transcendental Appearance Day Shri Nathanu Chaturdashi Ki Jai. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaur Mani Prasane. Nirvishesh Shundvari Prasade Gestayane. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Krishna willing. We'll see you next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare.